good evening, everybody, or good morning, or wherever you are. Um, if anyone is watching, please let me know if you can hear me. I think everything should be fine. Um, but welcome to the late celebration of Dave Rodgers Day. Yay! If you are unaware of what happened, I will fill you in. So, last week, on the actual day of his birthday, I attempted to do this. But I unfortunately broke OBS when I updated it, or it broke itself and pranked me and couldn't pick up my desktop audio. Due to my work schedule, I have not had the time to really fix it. So this stream is just gonna be me, and hopefully it doesn't get too quiet. I'll try to keep talking for as long as I possibly can, but please note that I'm a bit sleepy. I'm chronically sleepy, actually. But yeah, I just gonna carry on where I started last time before I was so rudely interrupted by the fact that you couldn't hear the people in the call. Which is going back to my roots in Microsoft Paint. If you don't know, this started out as a meme. This character, just dumb little meme I made, and he was just Kaiju Dave Rodgers, but people started calling him Davezilla, so I decided to actually draw him. And I think it would be fun if I went back to using Microsoft Paint, doing all of this with the mouse, and I finished this drawing in Microsoft Paint. I plan on doing a couple of art pieces for this stream, and if you check in the description, you'll see something that's planned for later. I can't play music because once again OBS is broken. Can't pick up any other audio besides my mic. I could sing, but I don't think you guys would want to hear that. So instead, I'm just gonna keep talking for as long as I can. Yada yada, whatever. Hello, CD guy. I see you going yo in the chat. Is this line thick enough? Yeah, it's a good line. Okay. Actually, I don't. It's fine. It's fine. So, for most of my time as an artist, I would frequently use Microsoft Paint as like my main thing for digital art. Then I started using other stuff on like my phone and everything, and that was my primary program. But if I ever wanted to draw on my computer, it would always be Microsoft Paint. And I was fully aware that there are other gooder programs to use besides Microsoft Paint, but I was really good with it, and I liked to show off, so I just kept using it, and then finally I decided to upgrade to Fire Alpaca. But I still like to come back to it every now and then, because it is fun. Hopefully I can remember how to use it. I think I should be fine, though. I would love to see Davezilla, King of the Eurobeat. I think he would be a pretty snazzy monster boy. You know, his backstory is that he was just chilling at the bottom of the ocean, you know, as Dave usually does. Making music when he got hit by a nuke. He's just a slightly exaggerated version of Dave Rodgers. Just slightly. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's mostly accurate completely. So what I am doing here, for line art in Microsoft Paint, you can use an image to do line art over. So if you have a sketch that you did on paper, you can do line art over it in Microsoft Paint. The thing you need to be careful with, though, is that you have to do the line art in white and nothing else. Nothing else will work. It has to be white. It can't be black. And the reasoning for that is that how you pull the line art with the black and white option in Microsoft Paint, because that option literally only pulls white pixels, and it will determine any pixel that isn't white to be black. So you have to be quite careful with that. God damn it. Speaking of Godzilla, I actually, like very shortly ago, just finished rewatching in this case, the 2014 Godzilla film with my mother. I don't like that movie very much, but I will say upon like rewatching it with my mom, who was decently invested into it, I did enjoy it a little bit more. I probably just wouldn't enjoy it if I watched it by myself, though. That movie would have been infinitely better with Dave Zilla, I think. I think that's what it was missing. Oh, I'm not gonna have fun with this eyebrow. Line art is a very tedious part of the process, yet it still remains probably one of my favorites. I think I probably enjoy sketching the most, and then line art. No, it seems to be running, the stream seems to be running pretty smoothly. I did kind of alter some OBS settings, but, I don't know, the fact that I don't have Discord open might be a little bit, of a contributor to that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see what other options I can do to hopefully have OBS fixed by Nick Vastari Day, but if I can't get it fixed, I'm going to try to get a new laptop before that stream. Because this thing I've had since like 2015, 2016-ish. But I couldn't cancel Dave Rodgers Day. There is absolutely no way I could do that. It is much too important to cancel, so might have to do it a little bit differently this year, but there's nothing wrong with that. I've also since got a new microphone since the last stream, where I was using headphones that were held together with duct tape. I actually went and bought a nicer microphone, a nicer headset with a microphone. So now I actually got something that feels comfortable enough on my head. 'Cause oh man, that headset, that old one with the plastic, would just dig into my forehead. It was the worst. I'm starting to regret my choice of the line thickness here, but I don't really want to go back and change it. And you know what, we're gonna do it the cheaper way. $29 is a big birthday. He turned 29. It's his 30th, 29th birthday. I recall, oddly enough, it is a little bit stormy out. I don't think it's not as bad as it was earlier today. Earlier today was pretty bad. But, I think it's kind of funny because if I do remember correctly, I think the very first Dave Rodgers day, it was stormy. It usually storms in the old Pacific Northwest coast this time of year. It's amazing that I have drawn Dave so many times, and on top of that with Space Boy, and Space Boy was specifically designed to resemble Dave. I have just gotten so used to drawing him that the only time I ever really need to look at a picture of Dave for reference is for his hair. If I'm drawing a specific hairstyle he had. Like this one. This one is from... It's a picture that he uses a lot, actually. It's like the Spaceboy 2018 cover. It's the Take Me High. It's the new Take Me Higher cover. It's everywhere. If you Google Dave Rodgers, you're sure to find it. I was referencing that hair for Davezilla because that was also the picture he used for the picture of him where he's like in Tokyo. And the way that picture was with Tokyo as the background, I was like, oh my god, he's giant. He's giant, he's attacking Tokyo. Oh no. How many viewers we still got? We just says 1 on my end. It's gonna be so quiet because I can't play anything or whatever because OBS is stinky. Not really, actually. I've had actually several issues with it throughout my entire time of using it, but I still use it. I love her and all of her flaws. And later on in the stream, I probably will show like an actual legitimate sort of tutorial or whatever you want to call it of how I draw Space Boy, which in turn could also be just Dave in general, because Space Boy has like the exact same face shape as Dave. I based Space Boy's face off of Dave when he was like in his late 20s. I just realized his hand is pretty crooked. Like, this part of the hand looks good, but then this part is like, what the fuck? I'm gonna have to fix that. Let me see, actually, if I could do that now. Where is the select tool? Okay. Which, they call it, not, they call it a freeform selection. It's a lasso. This is a lasso tool. I gotta make sure that's filled in. There, and then just so it's not super distracting. There. Like nothing even happened. Ah, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, OBS has given me there has never not been a time where OBS has given me issues. OBS gives me issues when I record for speed paints, when I stream, and part of it is probably because my computer is ancient. So I'm not gonna even entirely blame OBS for like anything really. Ah! I saw that Dave remade Boom Boom Japan. I haven't listened to it yet. I actually kind of wanted to watch the premiere, but I was at work and when it premiered, and I just completely missed it. And I was very sad. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I still think it's cool that I did like the Kaio version better than the original version, but I still wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it. But that is for discussion later in the stream. That is not the discussion now. God. Maybe. I still, I still can't see what he means. Have you heard it, CD guy? If so, what did you think of it? If you didn't hear it, then okay. Oof. Damn. You know, I would like play it on stream, but I mean, just one song really. I don't have a huge risk of the stream getting hidden, but also, you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. Yeah, that's a fair rating of it. For me, well, for me, I think everyone knows where it ranks for me. But I can say though, I can because it's not on the list. It's not on the tier list. So the Kaio Boom Boom Japan is probably like C. Like it improves over the song original enough to me for me to want to put it on C. But it's like it's still like a low C. I like Kyle. I wish he was real. I wish that. I think he could really nail uh, being Italian moist critical. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do his space breath. Case Closed is so good. Oh my god. I think it did become my favorite Kyo song, honestly. I haven't heard it in a while. It's got such a unique vibe to it, and I really appreciate it for that. Now here comes my least favorite thing, which is doing fire in MS Paint with the curve tool. Oh boy. Yeah, I like the dubstep parts when it was like new, but because when it was new, it felt really unique, but it becoming a part of all of the DRM songs, you know, I do kind of there a lot. Like after, like a few times every now and then is fine and is cool, whatever. But kind of like because dubstep itself is kind of a dead is kind of a dead genre. Like I don't know, I don't know. It doesn't make it it doesn't make it sound new, really. Like at the beginning, I was like, oh wow, you don't hear that a whole lot in Eurobeat. That's pretty. Now it's like, damn. I don't even know how I want to color Davezilla. If like he should just all be like a dark color, or if I should like just make his face the like Dave's skin tone, but then his legs and tail. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Oh, that infuriates me. Oh hey, would you look at that? Would you look at that? It went back to normal. Knock on wood. Okay. I had to pause my whole my whole ramblings for a minute to fix whatever the hell was happening. Y'all can still hear me, right? Yep. Yeah, that was very weird. Because OBS was operating fine, everything, connection was fine, everything. Until it just randomly stopped, and I opened Task Manager to see that, like, Windows Update Assistant was running, and, like, using all of the fucking disk space and CPU when I have it disabled, so I don't know why it was running. I love Windows. It saw Dave Zilla and got very scared and put itself on high alert. That's what happened. Dave Zilla will hear about my distaste for Boom Boom Japan, and he will personally make me see what he means, and he won't be nice about it. He'll be quite mad, actually. Yeah, I just realized that, like, because there's Space Godzilla, right? There could be a Space Davezilla, and Space Davezilla is based off of Space Boy. I am so smart. Yeah! Microsoft Paint makes me angry. I don't like. I'm just kidding. I love Microsoft Paint, but it is still. I am still I am still a frustrated person. I can't wait to meet Dave so I could just sit him down and explain Sonic the Hedgehog lore to him. That is my dream. That is my dream. I want to do that to every Eurobeat creator, actually. Also, don't ask how only the top of Dave's clothes grew with him when he became Davezilla. Only his blazer and shirt and tie could become radioactive and absorb it and grow, but not his pants. Or maybe his pants just fused into his legs, or they became his tail or something. I don't know. I think I think within like the Davezilla universe, I feel like Alberto Contini would be Anguirus. His name would be Albergurus. I'm so funny. I laugh more at my own jokes than other people do. I kind of kill jokes, actually. Or the punchline of my jokes isn't even the punchline, it's just me laughing at it. I would love for there to be Sonic themed Eurobeat. I think that would just be exquisite. Yeah, Alberto's Anguirus. Domino would probably Mothra. I'm saying Brat would be Batra just because his name could be Bratra, and I think that'd be really funny. And that is it. That's my entire reasoning for making him Batra. I don't know who King Ghidorah would be though. Who would be King Ghidorah? Maybe Maro. But Maro would be King Kong, so that can't work. Maro's King Kong. Who's King Ghidorah? Who's the CD guy? Tell me who King Ghidorah is. Who is King Ghidorah? Okay. Maurizio could be Ghidorah. King Dajora, yeah. Oh man, we're just here creating the whole Eurobeat kaiju cast. Thomas. Who would Thomas be? Oh, he'd probably be Rodon. Who is it? But we could also have him as a fire-themed kaiju. But I don't know like who's like. Well, Rodon turns into Fire Rodon in the Heisei era, so he could fit as Rodon. Rodon's born from a volcano. That's pretty. I feel like that would fit Thomas. Kaio is definitely either Godzilla Jr. or Manila, either or. Can you imagine how cursed Manila Kaio would look? Oh my god. Don't worry, I will not draw that. Probably. Maybe. I'm thinking about it now, actually. And now, I am tempted to probably not during this stream, but to eventually draw Space Davezilla, like with his design based off of Space Godzilla. So he'll have his two gigantic shoulder crystals. Oh yeah, that's right, his soul patch. His soul patch. You know, I'm just gonna do it like this. Alright. I just realized what this line was. This line has been down here the whole time. Actually, I'll just trim it away. I'll just boop. There we go. No line here. Ooh. You didn't see anything. Remind me to fix that line with right here. Because I'm not going to remember. I'm probably going to be coloring and be like, what the fuck is that? I think he's about done. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we do this. But now let us do the thing. Okay, okay. Nice. I have to open up something else. What's this screenshot? I have to open up something else, or else the pencil tool will start being a bit weird. Ooh, I see this line. I'll fix it now. I don't even need to be reminded. Woohoo. Most of my time in using Microsoft Paint is like, God, this is so tedious and annoying. I hate it for like, a few minutes, and then like I get to the end and it's like, wow, that is awesome. I can't believe I did that in Microsoft Paint. I love this program. It's so good. I forgot to do the details of his claws on this one. Now, I know earlier you recommended that I make him purple, and honestly, like him being like having like a bit of a purplish undertone on his like monsters parts actually isn't that bad of an idea, and I'm probably going to actually do that. How's that look? Is that too purple? Oh, now I have to wait for it to see what it looks like on stream, because the color displays are always inconsistent, because that's how it is. So that don't look too bad. Yeah, we're going with that. We're going with that for Davezilla. And then obviously his scales are gonna be a little bit lighter than that. Hmm. Ooh, you know what? I might reuse this color for... That is black. I do not want black. I want that color. Okay. Gonna reuse it for his soul patch. I think it would look quite lovely. Yes, indeed. I was correct. I was very correct, as I always am. His suit, probably more like here. It's gonna be more on the darker side. I forgot to do this line. There's supposed to be a line right here for his shoulder. I forgot to do it. There we go. Yeah. Actually, there also should be a line here. Now, his skin color. His skin color. Do I want to make it like a natural skin color? Or do I want to make it like, I don't know, like this kind of, but his skin can be a bit purple. Actually, that might work out. Let's see. Let me like fill this in just so I can get a general idea of what it would look like and how I feel about it. Actually, I'd say that worked out pretty well. I would say that might actually be kind of nice. Let me see how it looks like on the stream. I'll wait for the stream to catch up. See if I need to increase or decrease the saturation. No, that's perfect. Alright. His tie. What color was his tie in the original image? Dave Rodgers. Giancarlo. There's this picture of you. I know what you got it, because I think this one you favor. Where is it? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, it's like the same color as the suit. Okay. I probably also have it somewhere. I'll make it like this color. I probably also have the image somewhere in the Dave archive. I just don't want to look. Because it's a lot to look through. What else am I looking at? I don't remember. Oh, I'm looking at the image again. I have to figure out how I should do his hair. His hair might be quite interesting. But I think I got a good idea of how I want to do it. Okay, so base color of it will be this, which might look a little strange with the purple, but we'll hope, trust the process. I hope. Question mark. I still don't know. I don't know. So if we do it like this, but then have it okay, okay, and then we'll make this like more of like on the lighter blonde kind of side. Oh, it doesn't undo that far. Okay, that's nice. I forgot that about Microsoft Paint. Well, that's just that's just how it's gonna look. I mean, I can always go back and just fix that. I know, right? He's a very classy man, that Dave Zilla. He's gotta destroy Tokyo in style. He's not even doing it out of rage. He's just he's just kind of like, oops. Just whoopsie, there goes Tokyo. My bad. And he's got his space breath, so I'll just make that color for now. I'm sorry for the long pause of nothingness. I'm just a little sleepy because I have been very sleepy for a while. Night shift makes you sleepy chronically. It's, you know, that's just how it is. Well, I at least got the flat color on this thing done, so that way I don't exhaust myself during this stream. I'm going to pause this drawing for a little bit and move on to something else. So let me change it to this. Yeah, this. Hopefully the stream isn't going to be... Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. Anyway, we're moving on to something else. This is something that I made specifically for this stream, because I thought it would be fun. If you want to make your own, the link is in the description. But Dave Rodgers tier list. I thought just doing his initial D songs was too little, but I can't include all of his songs because, oh my god, there's no way. So I decided to include songs that are considered iconic, either in general or in the initial D community or just in the Eurobeat community itself. Yeah. If you think that there's a song that should be on here, let me know. I think I included everything that was considered enough. Some people asked for some of these songs. For the most part, I put them on here. So yeah, if you make your own, post it to one of the Eurobeat servers or in his Facebook group or tweet it or something and at me so I could see it, because I like to know everyone's opinions. It's very fun. Anyway, Dave Rodgers tier list. Starting off with Deja Vu. Deja Vu is a good song. I will say that. I think a lot of people have probably grown to hate Deja Vu just because of how much it's played, but objectively it is a good song. It has very cool lyrics and definitely very memorable and catchy, but I wouldn't quite put it at S tier. I think it's good, but I don't think it's super great. So I would say Deja Vu is a solid A for me. Spaceboy obviously S. Spaceboy is S, no question about it. Spaceboy is the song that I always show people when I want to introduce them to Eurobeat and show them what Eurobeat is. It is so cute and so catchy, so memorable. I love the little guitar thing at the beginning, and obviously maybe I'm a little bit biased because I designed the Spaceboy, but even before then, Spaceboy was among my top favorite Dave songs. It's just great all around. Wild Reputation's good. I really do love the lyrics of this song, but the original one is not one I go out of my way to listen to, like, frequently. It's a song that I have to, I don't know, I have to sit down and, like, enjoy it once and then, like, leave it alone for a little bit. Like, when it comes to the early Dave A-Beat-C songs, I do have a preference for Pocket Time over the original Wild Reputation, just by, like, a little bit. But Wild Reputation is still pretty good. I don't know. I'd say upper B, which there's nothing else in B right now. But it's like upper B, maybe like lower A at the most. At the end of this, I might sort through everything. I don't know how to approach it. Wild Reputation 2005, on the other hand, When I first heard it, I didn't like it I still liked it a lot, but I thought the original was better. But as I've listened to it more, I think it does what the original is going for, and this amplifies it by 10. I think it is such a powerful song, and it's so cool. So it's basically Wild Reputation. Double, So I would say not maybe S. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in S. Maybe I might move it down, but I don't know. I'm feeling S. Magic Sunday. I don't. I listened to this song recently. It's not bad by any means, but I still don't remember a whole lot of it. I think it's not bad, definitely not bad, but it doesn't stand out to me too much, so I'm gonna put it in C. One Fire. Oddly enough, when I first listened to One Fire, I didn't like it, and so I took that one listen and just kind of determined my feelings from the song just from that. By the way, Mr. CD guy, I did see your message about Not Gonna Get Us. I'm choosing to ignore it. Anyway, One Fire, but I listened to it again, a few months back, and I was like, holy shit, this actually goes hard. I don't know what I was thinking when I first listened to it, and thought, it's not that good. No, it's good. One Fire is good. I would put One Fire, A tier, maybe not as high as Deja Vu, maybe equal to Deja Vu. Disco Fire. Love it. Obviously. Disco Fire is great. The original Neo version, the Dave version, the Kyle version, whatever. It's great. It's very catchy. I love just the chorus, just the everything. And yeah. Not much I could really say about Disco Fire. It's just it's lovely. It's lovely. It has a very fun. It's very fun. So Disco Fire is A, probably below One Fire. Saturday Night Fever was one of the first Dave Rodgers songs I've ever heard. It was when I had just started getting into Eurobeat, and I was just diving beyond. I was just diving beyond the meme stuff and everything, and it was when I had just learned who Dave Rodgers is, and it has a very special place in my heart because of that. It brings me nostalgia, even though I haven't been into Eurobeat for too long, only about 3 years at this point. But it's very... Is it A? I'm trying not to be biased here because trying not to be biased by nostalgia, but Saturday Night Fever is pretty good, so I'm gonna put it in A. El Dorado. El Dorado. I love El Dorado. It is iconic. I would say definitely kind of iconic on a similar level as Spaceboy and Deja Vu, honestly. And even Dave himself definitely considers this probably among his top. And rightfully so. It's another one where I would say the lyrics are pretty unique and they're pretty cool. The riff is amazing. And I also do like the Dave Rodgers music remake of it, though I find the original to be much more energetic and fun. The remake has also some charm to it that I do enjoy. El Dorado. Yeah, El Dorado. El Dorado is S. Actually, El Dorado is S. Beat of the Rising Sun. Beat of the Rising Sun is pretty good, I'd say. Also, once again, among the first Dave Rodgers songs I heard, and while I know some people it's probably one of the favorites for a lot of people, and I do also really like it, but I wouldn't consider it among my favorites. It is good though, and it deserves to be loved and cared for and favored. But just for me personally, it's probably more like upper B, just 'cause. Lucky Man, I remember I liked this song a lot when I first heard it, but over time, I don't really care for it as much as I used to. It's still good, still a fine song, but it's not spectacular. Doesn't really. I don't know. I do like the chorus. Come taste the Lucky Man, but I don't know. Lucky Man, Lucky Man, Lucky Man. I'm having a hard time figuring out where I should place this actually. Okay. Lucky Man is going to be an upper C for now. But I might move it. Because I don't know. Because it's a really hard choice to figure out where Lucky Man should go. The Race of the Night. One of the Sunfire songs that I do like. I really not much of other not much more comment on it. I like it. That's it. That's that's all I can say about it. So, well, because I kind of like it on the same level as Lucky Man, but it's so hard. I can't figure. Okay, so we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna move Lucky Man up to B. All right. Boom Boom Japan. You already know I'm putting Boom Boom Japan in D. And you know what? Boom Boom Japan objectively is not a bad song, but I cannot stand it. I don't like the riff. I don't like the chorus. I find the chorus very annoying. I don't the lyrics are they're alright. They're kind of annoying. Actually, well, I mean the lyrics of the chorus, obviously I don't like it. I don't like it. But like, no disrespect to people who do, because honestly, I can understand why people would like it. I don't. I think it sucks. I will roast the fuck out of Boom Boom Japan any day. And you know what? It's not even the worst Dave song. I just like to give it crap, even when it's not that bad, really. For me, Boom Boom Japan is D tier. Night Fever, also one of the other among the first I've heard. Automatic S for Night Fever. It's so fun, it's so iconic, and one of the things that makes the song so great to me is Mega Energy Man. Without him, the song feels like it's missing something. I'm not like a huge fan of the DRM remake. I think the DRM remake would have been better if there was at least another vocalist to take up Thomas's spot. Like, if it was like Dave Rodgers and Kaio, then I feel like I'd like the remake a bit more. But it just being Dave, it don't feel right. But yeah, Night Fever, iconic, fun, catchy, whatever. 100. This is the song that I kind of don't pay attention to when it comes on. Like, if I have a Eurobeat playlist going, this is like the buffer song. This is like the song that transitions from one song to the other song. Like, I either skip this song or I zone out to this song, because to me, 100 is like not special in the slightest. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's just kind of there. Yeah, 100 is C tier for me. The Race is Over I never watched through all of Initial D, so I know some people kind of have an attachment to this song for that, but for me personally, I don't. It is a great song though, and I always love it when it's like the closing song for any of Dave's live performances. I think it's an excellent song to close to. It's overall just very nice. Also, once again, a lot of these Initial D songs are among the first songs by him that I heard, just because they were on they're uploaded to YouTube so much, and they have so many views. Um, so it's very easy to find them. So, for me, the race is over. Yeah, the race is over is like maybe like upper B at the lowest, lower A at the highest. Take Me Higher, S. Take Me Higher, S. So good, just so good, so iconic. It makes me smile. Take Me Higher and Space Boy are like the two Dave songs that like just make me happy. Like they just make they just give me joy. They're so cute and they're so sweet. And Take Me Higher especially, it has like this certain style that Dave had in the mid to late 90s that is just like chef's kiss, just perfect, and it's really encapsulated very well in Take Me Higher, and his vocal performance is great. The DRM remake is also pretty good, definitely not on par with the original, but still, just Take Me Higher. It's hard to fuck up Take Me Higher. Made in Japan. Made in Japan's alright. I like Made in Japan. I'll listen to it when it comes up on a playlist. It's not bad. Like, no real critiques of it. It's not, like, phenomenal or anything. Like, I'd put it like there. It's nice. Maybe there. Yeah. Milan. Can be kind of annoying sometimes. Overall, I like it. It's good. So, would be in front or behind Lucky Man? Okay, I'm putting it in front of Lucky Man. Soul Gasoline is iconic. Oh man. The Dave Rodgers music remake of Soul Gasoline is so good. But the original song itself, too, is just fantastic. Soul Gasoline overall is just a great song. And so, for that reason, it's going an S. Actually, Take Me Higher, I need to move Take Me Higher. Take Me Higher is like here. I actually need to move this around a little bit. Everything else actually seems pretty accurate. Maybe this can go here. Yeah, Soul Gasoline, so good. So good. I feel it in my soul. It gives my soul gasoline. But yeah, thank you everybody. I'll be here all night. Kingdom of Rock, also among you know the gist already, is up there. Kingdom of Rock is pretty good. I really love the random classical music that just plays in the middle of it. I think that is so funny, and that was one thing that I really missed a lot in the Dave Rodgers music remake. So Kingdom of Rock is like lower A tier. Sun City, the Jennifer Batten on guitars, just awesome. The song all around is pretty good. Very, very, very good song. Very good song, very good performance from Dave. I will always think of his Avex Rave 94 performance where he starts taking his tie off and unbuttoning his shirt at the part of the song. It goes, "Don't you want me?" It's so great. It's so great. Oh man. So Sun City is upper B. Get Wild, Take Me Higher. I completely forgot to mention Dave has 2 songs called Take Me Higher. I've talked about the more popular one. His other song called Take Me Higher under the Dave Hammond alias is shit. Get Wild, he also has 2 songs called Get Wild. I'm talking about the one under Dave Rodgers. Even though, honestly, I do like the Get Wild by Olive better than this one. This one, I'm not a huge fan of the TMN songs anyway. Like, they're not bad, but I don't know how I would describe them. They're just very mid. Like, nothing about them is super special to me, but Get Wild is probably among the better of those ones. So Get Wild. I'm gonna put Get Wild upper C. It's like, I don't know. I just like the overall TMN style, you know. Let's go to the show. The song is so cute. It is adorable. It is. It also makes me smile like an idiot. It isn't quite like a happy song on the same level as Space Boy and Take Me Higher, but it is so cute, and I love watching him when he would perform this song live at the Auto Method. So good. Makes me smile. I would put Let's Go to the Show at like, yeah, I'd put that upper B. Most TM and Dave songs are very hard to remember. Like, I don't know, I couldn't tell you wherever. Well, my album is on the very bottom shelf, and I did not want to reach down to get it. I could not tell you what like half of those songs on that album sound like. I just don't remember them. Sunshine in Your Eyes has the cutest, silliest music video, and I will still just occasionally go back and watch it because it just makes me smile. Just the projector background, everything. But the song itself is not one that I go out of my way to listen to very much. Like, you know, what volume? Wasn't this on like 145 or something? Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, when I listen to 145, I like don't even get that excited when I hear the song, because like the music video is great. If it was by the music video, it would be S tier. But we're going by the song. The song itself is fine, but it's not phenomenal. There are other Dave and Domino songs that I think are better. So, Sunshine in Your Eyes is like lower B. Car of Your Dreams, on the other hand, David Nuage is very good. I like this song a lot. It's so catchy. I love the riff. The car noises, I don't think they're too overpowering. Like his song, which I Want to Feel, that has like the same kind of car noises as this song does, but in I Want to Feel, they're just so obnoxious. But in this one, they're like not too bad. I would put Car of Your Dreams in lower A. Now we're getting into some other Aleph stuff. Got Fly to Me, which is very good, but not my favorite Aleph song, but it's definitely not bad. It's definitely a very good song. I'd probably put it in B. Yeah, right there. Looks pretty good for it. Fire on the Moon. Fire on the Moon is great. It is great. Hang on. Okay. I was trying not to sneeze. Okay, Fire on the Moon is great. I would put that probably around here. I love the lyrics. I love the chorus. Fire on the Moon, maybe that is too low for it, honestly. I'm trying to think. Yeah, actually, Fire on the Moon is S tier. Fire on the Moon is S tier, definitely. It's so good, guys. It was so ahead of its time. It's so good. It's great. I love it a lot. Big Brother. Well, we're just gonna move on from Fire on the Moon, but still, like, the song's so good. But Big Brother, I do like a little bit better than Fire on the Moon. I don't know. It's just like a personal preference thing. It's so catchy. I love it. I love the lyrics. I actually have never read 1984. And I really want to, and I've been really like trying to play on it, but I just keep not doing it. But even I really like that this song was inspired by that. I think that's really cool. It's a bop. It's a bop, and it makes me want to clap along. Initial D Hell. Here is our second D tier, because I have similar feelings for Initial D Hell that I do about Boom Boom Japan. Okay, I'll put Initial D Hell a little bit higher because I do like Initial D Hell, like the riff. I will listen to Initial D Hell, like the instrumental version of it. My main issue with it comes from the vocals and the lyrics. I really do not like the chorus or anything like that. I don't know, I find it a bit irritating. Like I really appreciate Initial D Hell and what it stands for, because it's a song dedicated to the Facebook group Initial D Hell, and that community that Dave is very intertwined with and has a huge connection to, and I think that it's great that he made a song dedicated to that group. Like, I think that is really sweet, and I think that is really cool, and so I appreciate it for that. And like, no, also not going to discuss like any drama involving the Facebook group. It's just, it has had a few incidents, but it's just a silly little meme page, really. It's not that bad, guys. I feel like some of the bitter feelings of the group is blown out of proportion. But yeah, I appreciate Initial D Hell as a song for what it stands for, but I just don't like it. I wish I did, but I just don't. Fever Nova. Fever Nova is really good. I think it is kind of lacking on the vocals a little bit, but overall it's pretty decent. I'm just trying to figure out where I would want to put it, though. If I put it lower A or upper B. Like, I'm gonna put it in upper B. Hot Fire. So, I decided to put Hot Fire on this tier list because the song itself is very good, but the song is not really the reason why this is iconic. Why this song, especially I feel like more recently, this song has just become so iconic to the Eurobeat community. Like, quote unquote, normies are probably not even gonna know what the hell this song is, but like Eurobeat enthusiasts are gonna know this song because they're gonna associate it with the vinyl album cover, which, if you do not know, first of all, where have you been? But if you do not know, the vinyl album cover features the chest of Dave Rodgers and very funny faces from Alberto Contini, Dave Rodgers, and Brad Sinclair. But Hot Fire is definitely, it's a good song. Like, my favorite RCS song is Getaway, and I think Getaway is a superior song to Hot Fire, but Hot Fire is still like A tier, like as a song. Album cover wise, S tier for both the photo on the front and the back, because it is hot and it is funny and I love it, and I have it displayed on my Dave Rodgers shrine, and it is the most awkward feeling when you're getting dressed and those three men are staring at you. Yeah. Hot Fire is great. Hot Fire is great. Getaway, even greater, but Hot Fire is still great. AE86, which is the most recent song that is on here. It came out in 2021, late 2021. Kind of funny thing about this one, I remember when it came out, and it was supposed to be set to pre-order, but it just released immediately. And I remember, like, messaging Dave several times, being like, hey! And by the time both me and Mandy Energy messaged him several times, and by the time he saw either of our messages, it was already, like, the song's initial release date anyway. So, he was like, oh, I don't know what happened. So I was like, oh. But I heard it, and my jaw dropped the second the riff started. It blew me out of the water, and I think very instantly it became very well loved by the Eurobeat community and by Dave's fans, which, it was a combination of the Eurobeat community, and quote-unquote normies, initial D fans, whatever. I think just in general, a lot of people really like this song and has become like an iconic song to Dave. I would definitely put AE86 in S tier. Really, it is probably one of my favorite Dave Rodgers music songs. Hi, Mandy. I was telling the story about when when it was when AE86 was supposed to be set to pre-order, but it just came out immediately. Yeah. Now we're getting into stuff that was added in last minute. I had to, oh man, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about this when we get there. I said Mandy energy and I summoned you. Oh man. Final Countdown. Once again, a song that is very nostalgic to me because it is one of the first Dave songs I heard. I really love it a lot, and I always get so hyped whenever it's in a nonstop or whatever. It's very fun and it gets me excited. Final Countdown. Final Countdown is. Hot Fire should be like. Hot Fire should be. Hot Fire actually upper A, really. Yeah. Yeah, Final Countdown, I'll move it past these two. Bad Power. Decided to include it because it does have a music video. So I was like, yeah, I should probably include it just cause. Bad Power, like, out of the All-Up songs, is probably one I do remember the most, but it still probably isn't my favorite. It's, like, out of all of the... maybe I might like it better than Fly to Me. No. I don't know where I want to put Bad Power. Okay, Bad Power can go here. They're about the same to me. Yeah. Bad Power is good. It's just that I like the other All-Up songs on here better. But Bad Power is good. I love the video. I love just the funkiness of the video, and yeah. LA Japan, pretty good. Nothing much to say about it. It's not super phenomenal, but I would still definitely say it's very good. Yeah, Ollie Japan is probably like there-ish. Music for the People. I didn't realize I forgot to put this song on this tier list until I shared it with the stream group, and I like how he gets chased up a hill and later looks at the camera seductively. I love that video. He's just running away. Oh man, didn't it just like got like the cat and you got like that woman who like in the scenes where he just like fades in and out of existence. Just everything. The way he moves, just everything. I would love to see Dave remake that video. But Music for the People, I forgot to put this song on this tier list until when I shared it with the stream group, and people were like, why the fuck isn't Music for the People on here? And I was like, I included it, did I not? No, I didn't. I remember even like thinking I gotta put Music for the People on here, and then I guess I just spaced it off. But anyway, Music for the People is very good. It's like one step below Hot Fire, really. It's very, very iconic. Yeah, of course you will chase him up the hill, Mandy. I will. Yeah, I will chase him up the hill, like, I don't know, like, I'll chase him up the hill with begging him for an autograph. Alright, Loving the Elevator. This song is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And also, like, really, besides the fact that this song is hilarious, it is also, like, peak early 2000s A-Beat C sound. It's like, it's funny, but it's also really good. The riff is really good, like, the vocals, everything, just so good. And it's probably one of Dave's most spiciest songs. Oh man! And I remember asking him what inspired this song, and it was just "Lovin' an Elevator" by Aerosmith. He just sent me a link to that song, didn't say anything else. Lovin' the Elevator. Oh man. No, I wouldn't put it above Hot Fire. I put it there. Lovin' the Elevator's so good, guys. Lovin' the Elevator is an inspiration. It makes me want to make love in an elevator. Okay, like I will be inspired. Now let's see. Is everything here where I want it to be? Because I know I said I would like move around um, some of this, but so far it's looking pretty good to me. I think everything is where I want it to be. Yeah. So yeah, if you wanna make your own Dave Rodgers iconic songs tier list, the link to this is in the description. If you think there is a song that I should add, please let me know. And I don't know if it would be prefer if you let me know in like a public place so people can actually like voice their agreement or disagreement with you. Because if it's just like one person who asks me to include a song, I'm less inclined to include it. Then if like several people ask me to do it, with the exception of "Not Gonna Get Us." Okay, like I feel like more people need to ask you for that because I feel like a lot of people have asked for it to be on this tier list because they want to fuck with me. So I will not believe you guys until like enough people who are not associated with the people who asked for the song ask me for it. Okay? If you want "Not Gonna Get Us," make your own fucking tier list. Make your own template. You just sign up to this with Twitter. There. But there you go. There is it. There it is. Dave Rodgers tier list. Now, let me open up this so that way the people who who hopped into the stream during my making of the tier list can see what I have accomplished so far. I hate his hair. Now that I'm looking at it again, I'm going to probably redo that when I come back. I said when I come back because oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing window capture, not display capture. So let me actually show you guys what window I want to be captured. Okay, there. Now you should be able to see it when I come back because I have been streaming for about 2 hours now. I want to take a break, so I'm going to take a break. Oh, would you look at that? I have the super Euro font. I'm gonna make the color. I'm gonna make it bigger though. There you go. So, I'll see you all soon. I have returned. Hang on. I did not want to do that. Thank you. Alright. So, for those who just joined, this is what I have so far of a colored Davezilla. And I did do all of this in Microsoft Paint, mind you, with a mouse. Well, not all of it. The sketch was done on paper. I just did all the line work and coloring in Microsoft Paint, and I'm gonna finish it up. I do plan to. As for, and then I just did my own tier list of Dave Rodgers songs that I think are really good, which you can't see because I forgot I have it set to window capture. Here, let me briefly show you what the tier list looks like. Okay, hello, Vectrix for life. Yes, I got some soda. I don't know why I got Coca-Cola. I'm not really a huge cola drinker, but whatever. It tastes like syrup to me. But whatever. There's a Dave Rodgers tier list, but anyway, back to Paint. I really don't like his hair. I really don't like his hair, and I mean that I didn't draw as well as I'd like to, kind of way, not in a mean bullying kind of way. I need to figure out something I want to do with it. Space Boy is great. Space Boy is phenomenal. Okay, Space Boy is so good. Do I wanna just fix his hair now or come back to it? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't know, maybe this is just too bright. Maybe I could maybe move this over a little bit. I don't know. What does that look like? What would that look like? I guess that looks ew. Anyway. I guess that looks a little bit better. But that's super duper much. Space Invader. I didn't put Space Invader on that tier list, but if enough people want it, I'll put it on there. But it's just Space Invader is weird because you got the English version, you got the Japanese version, you got the Friday night version, you got the Saturday night version. And I guess I could just say just in general, but I do know some people have a preference for the Japanese version or the English version or the Friday version or the Saturday version. Why are there so many versions of Space Invader? I'm still just not feeling the hair. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Art is hard. Being an artist is very difficult. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, when I took a break, I briefly went out into my living room. Nobody else is up because it's very late. But I don't know if anyone else in the chat has a pug or any other type of dog with a short snout. But if you do, you know that like they they kind of do this backward. It's kind of like a backward sneeze sort of thing, where you will. Oh, hello, Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy. I am in the middle of coloring Davezilla in Microsoft Paint, and also telling a story about my pug. Because when I went out there when I was taking a break, she was having issues breathing because this is what happens when man plays God and creates an abomination with limited breathing abilities. Because it sounds like they're gasping for air, and it's basically like I think our vet told us that yeah, it's just kind of like a reverse sneeze, and dogs like this do it. So she was doing that, so I had to stay out there and comfort her for a bit. Jimmy, you want to see the Dave Rodgers tier list? I will have to switch the window and window capture, but hang on. There you go, Dave Rodgers tier list, yay! Yeah, pugs are... I'm never gonna get another one, but we've had her since like 2008. She's very old, and I'm surprised that she's still just kicking along. But I just went out there to get some soda and put the pizza I ordered away, and I'm just hearing her in the living room, just struggling to exist. It's not funny, but at the same time, it's like I can't believe that we just made a dog that lives like this. It's funny in a morbid way. I'm not fucking. I don't want to. I don't want to put Not Gonna Get Us on this tier list. I don't find it iconic enough. But if enough people ask, and I'm not saying, and if it's nobody who is in my stream server, how about that? Because I still feel like you're all just fucking with me. No, I like the Dave's cover of Not Gonna Get Us. Okay, I do like it. I just I just don't want to I just didn't want to put it on this tier list. I didn't find it necessary. I didn't find it relevant enough. And I've gotten bullied by Mandy and Phil for liking it. It's not that good though. It ain't no Dave Hammond Take Me Higher. Make a Jimmy microwave moments tier list. We could make. I should make a just a general microwave tier list. Yeah. And just have a bunch of microwaves and then a picture of Jimmy just in there. It would be so funny for like anyone else who uses the tier list outside of the Eurobeat community. Like if someone for whatever reason wanted to make a microwave tier list and then there's just a picture of Jimmy and they're like, "Who the fuck is this?" Actually, well, I want to fix his hair before I do that. I don't like his hair. I don't like his hair. So we're gonna do this. Just gonna make it all this one color. Well, he is half Godzilla, and Godzilla, as we all know, is thick as shit. So, that's just being accurate. I don't. And he's not even that thick, really. He's not. Those are just like if we. Okay, you know what? You know what? Let me show you what thick really is. Okay. So 1 second. 1 second. Alright. I'll make sure that Dave knows that how many people wished him a happy birthday. Hang on, my Chrome thing, my window capture is being very weird. This is. It is. What is wrong with this? Hang on. There, okay. Now that that took way longer than it needed to. I was just trying to get up a picture of Godzilla Ultima, the thickest Godzilla. Where's a good picture of him? Okay, well here's concept art. Okay, look at. Hang on. look at him. Hang on. Did it just... Okay, whatever. There! There! Now hang on, let me... Okay. I don't want to keep switching off to the whatever source I'm doing, so I'm just gonna do this. God damn it. This is what I was doing. There's your canon Davezilla, guys. This beautiful editing. I know I am very talented. Ignore the big white space. Hang on. What's like the... Okay, we could be like... There. Alright. Is it... Okay. It is. It is... Hopefully... back to where I was. And I guess I could just make him just have like the solid blonde hair, but I don't really like it. I don't really like it, guys. I don't really like it. I don't like the hair. I don't know what to do. I don't like it. And there's still parts here that aren't correct. I don't like it. I misread your message and I thought it said a tear fell down my cheek, like, because everyone has just been, because of the fucking tier list shit. God. I guess that works actually. Now I'm looking at it, that actually don't look that bad. I like that. That looks fine. Just the rest of this. It's gonna take so long. I guess I could like not shade this one. Yeah, I can not shade this one. It's all good. Can I? Thank you. Thank you for cooperating, Microsoft Paint, and allowing me to change my color so I can fill in these gaps, because they really annoy me. I hope Dave saw me put his face on Thick Godzilla. I really hope he did. If not, I want to show him. I want to show me putting his face on Thick Godzilla. Should his teeth be like really yellow, like just cause, like just like he just has really gross yellow teeth, just cause. Oh man, oh that looks awful. No, Dave. As we all know, Giancarlo's teeth are like brighter than my future, so we're gonna give him that. It can't be exactly white though. I don't want that. Everyone, comment the Eurobeat creators you've cried over. Why do I have two Fire Alpaca tabs open. Apparently I clicked on it too many times. Oh yeah. Here, while we're waiting for this, because I have to edit that one, so. Yes, I'm cheating. I'm editing this, the Dave Zilla and Fire Alpaca real quick. I am changing the hue for some parts. Not the hue, I'm gonna try to make it like, I don't know, warmer. Oh shit, like I'm just fucking around with the hue. He looks really cool with pink hair. Shit. Not a bad idea, but I don't think I'm gonna change it. Dave Zilla is not wearing pants. Don't ask how. The lore does not make sense. The lore of Dave Zilla is never supposed to make sense. How his blazer and shirt and tie grew with him, but his pants didn't. Either his pants fused with his legs, or he just lost his pants and now he has the Godzilla legs. But Dave Zilla cannot wear pants, but he can wear really big shirts. Hang on, just in case. I do have. I might have to dig through my files, and I do have. Images that are not supposed to be shared publicly yet. There we go. There we go. I just gave him a. I just did this. It's a little bit of a warm, like, overlay to it, you know. Yeah, I have cried over Eurobeat sometimes. Good night, Mandy Energy. You are very beautiful. But yeah, no, Dave Zilla is not that thick, guys. He's not. He's not that thick. Like, he's, I guess, well, I mean, he's obviously thicker than Dave. But he's, but when you compare him to Godzilla, there's no, it's not even close. The girth, the girth of, the girth of what? Yeah, his tail is very thick at the base, and it becomes like whippy at the tip. So it could do a lot of damage. It's very dangerous, but he can move it around very quickly. We're going to actually put like stuff in his space breath to make it seem like space breath. Yeah, okay. Why didn't I do this first? I am wise. This is what, are you guys simping over Dave Rodgers Godzilla? I mean, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, at the same time, Dave does have a Dave does have a link to this stream. He might just tune in when you guys are simping over him as Godzilla. All right. Microsoft Paint spray paintbrush. Don't fail me now. Let him hear the truth. Just tell him that he should consider getting hit by a nuke so he can become a monster. He would, though. No, he would. He would just. He would. He has the time to just sit there and listen to the things people say about it, no matter how inappropriate it is. And he'll just listen, guys. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, good to Morgan. I hope you appreciate my very awful German. I just want to make a planet, just a single planet. Well, we had a whole conversation about Dave's nipples in Mandy's server, and I am 99.9% sure he saw that and proceeded to upload a picture of himself shirtless, so... No, I've had some pretty interesting conversations with Dave. He's not really fazed by that don't look that good, actually. It has to be bigger. I'm gonna have to start that whole fucking planet all over again because I want it to be bigger. So, what happened in Mandy's server, once again discussing the Hot Fire album cover, because I discussed it earlier in the stream because it was on the tier list. But, the digital release of Hot Fire, the album cover has Dave's nipples censored. If you're not aware, Dave has his chest out, his bare chest out on the Hot Fire cover, and when they released it digitally, his nipples are censored with little black stars, and so we were just talking about it in Mandy's server and talking about like how funny it was, but also how sad it was because we all missed his nipples and and he did not say anything, but I am pretty sure that he saw that because literally later that day he posted a picture of himself shirtless, and I'm sorry, that is just too much of a coincidence. But I never asked. I was like, nope. Nope, if he was lurking, if he saw it. No one has to know. Not even Squidward's house. No, I asked Alberto Contini, and he told me that the reason that they had to censor his nipples. Well, first of all, he commented when I made a joke about it in his Facebook group. He actually commented on it and said that that Spotify has a policy about male nipples and they had to censor it. Spotify, Apple Music, other distributors, and I think it because there's a lot of uncensored male nipple on Spotify, so I think it might be a regional thing, but I'm not sure. Um, and he told me that because of the policies against male nipples, unless it's on a statue or something, that they had to censor Dave's. He, this whole conversation was just so interesting because I just wanted to make a silly little joke, but everyone got into like a deep discussion about about it. Like, oh, haha, isn't it funny that oh. There's a single planet. A single planet, just. And now I have to do another one. So yeah, Dave's nipples on the Hot Fire album cover are gone but not forgotten. God, I hope he doesn't tune in when we're talking about this. I really don't want him to be like, why is she talking about this again? I really do want a remake of Hot Fire, though. I want that so bad. I would pay good money for that. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of minor shading on this one, but it's not gonna be anything major. It's just gonna be like just from his, just like the glow from his beam. Just gonna be kind of illuminating his face and stuff a little bit. 3D cubes. Me pondering my cube. Now, what is space breath and how does it work? That is a very good question. That's it. There's nothing else for me to say. God damn it. The answer for any question about how DaveZilla works is just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. God damn it. This is a really awkward color to do this with. There. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just the idea is he literally breathes space. It's like space fire breath. It's I can't even describe what it is. It's don't worry about it breath. Oh man. This thing is going to take up most of the time if I don't stop. Alright, I do need to color the background and stuff, but I think I'm going to stop with this one specific piece because I do not want to be focused on just like one thing for too long in the stream. There is at least one more thing that I wanted to do for this stream, so let me just get that set up real quick. Alright, let me put the mouse away now, because one of the things that I thought would be pretty interesting to do for this stream, I'm not even sure if I'm going to get around to coloring this, because I have been going for quite a few hours. Last year's Dave stream was like 6 hours, I think, if I remember correctly, but that was because we did have a whole bunch of people in the call, and it was a lot easier for me then, to get through it all, you know. But this time around, especially with the fact that it's just me, and also with the fact that I am generally pretty tired with my job and everything, I'm probably not going to be able to go for that long. So, sorry if you heard me drink, I didn't mute my mic, but anyway, one thing I wanted to do, oh man, hang on. It's just been a while since I've had this set up, so just want to make sure I'm feeling it. Yeah, I am. We're good. I wanted to show off my process for drawing Space Boy. And this also just applies to Dave in general. Because, you know, it's fun. Now, there are some steps that I'm going to skip when drawing Space Boy, but I still will discuss here anyway. Because it's fun. Drawing is fun. It's also really hard and frustrating sometimes. The outcome is usually what makes it worth it, but you have to have a lot of patience. Anyway, so Space Boy. I think I'll just, maybe I can, don't want to do his full body now, I'll just do his face, at least for now. I'll do his face for now, but give myself like a little bit of room, so in case I wanted to, you know, do his body, that I would have the chance for that. Anyway, Space Boy, God. Space Boy, I have repeated that several times now, is obviously based off of Dave. So, when I designed the Space Boy, I wanted to make sure that he shared some of his features with Dave. So when I designed him, I used pictures of Dave from when he was in his late 20s to mid 30s as reference. Space Boy is a young lad. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be like his head and like his upper body too. But he is based off of, so it's kind of, he has the same body type as Dave, the same obvious facial structure. The outfit was definitely like, Dave himself pointed me in a certain direction for his outfit, so that wasn't completely my idea, but I do like how it turned out. Anyway, so here I have like my base sketch, and usually when I do it, for this layer I'll also add things like neck, whatever, you know, like his body in general. Maybe I might do the nose or something like that, or like the shape of his jaw, wherever his forehead might be. I try to keep, when I draw Space Boy, I try to keep him generally pretty consistent. So, it's just something like that. Next layer. So for sketches, kind of make that one a little bit. Next layer. Usually when I start going in, doing a little bit more of the finer detail. So when I do faces, I'm going to make this a little bit. When I do faces, I always start out with the nose. For humans, for animals, whatever, I always start out with the nose because the nose is kind of the center of the face, and determining where the nose is where I determine where to put the other features. At this time, I have skipped over this because I know Dave's face so well that I don't need to do this. But in the process that I took for learning how to draw Dave, I would look at photos of him and just kind of draw what I saw. Definitely tried to translate over into my style a little bit. The first drawing would always be typically a little bit more realistic than the later ones, because it would just be me figuring out the person's features. And then as I continue to draw them, I would stylize them more and figure out how to better translate them into my style. So with Dave, his nose, his nose isn't gigantic by any means, but it is a decent sized nose, and definitely is a very prominent feature on his face. So, it always kind of had this sort of not like that. It's like his nose actually was more like on the straighter side. He also has like this thing in the middle where his nostrils split, but I don't really include that because it's not necessary. And for smiling, so whenever I'm drawing Dave or Space Boy, I kind of include their mouth with this thing. This is a feature kind of drawn in cartooning a lot. Alright, well, good night, CD guy. It was very nice of you to join us. And see you soon. But yeah, when I draw the mouth, I start off with this sort of thing because it looks like really good. It works perfectly on Dave, and I have tried to draw his face without this thing, but it never looks right. So whenever I draw Dave or Space Boy, I always include this thing unless I'm making like a really specific expression that's supposed to be maybe a little bit wacky, where the mouth might be like over here or something, then I won't include it. But for like just generally, we're gonna have him like smiling with like an open mouth. And then this. Like for Dave, currently, like because he's aged a little bit, and I'm not I feel weird talking about this, like I don't want to say it in an insulting way, but like when he smiles, as he's aged a little bit more, his cheeks have become like a bit more prominent when he smiles, so I would always also include like this detail if we're talking about Dave. But Space Boy does not have that because he's, his skin is a little bit, I feel so mean talking about it like that, but that's how it is. So I'll include like something like this though, because even like with older pictures of Giancarlo, he's definitely and then kind of like just whatever, just a general mouth shape. It's like he could be like smiling, like have a big smile, like that. And then the eyes. I have the eyes of Space Boy. So the eyes of Space Boy are actually not referenced to Dave's eyes at all. It is referenced to what Dave has told me that he wants Space Boy's eyes to look like. Normally, when drawing Dave, I would definitely make his eyes like kind of more on like with like this shape, because he's got his eyes. I don't know. He's got like, I can't describe it, but just like with the way he is, he always generally looks pretty. He has pretty bright eyes, despite the fact that his eyes are brown. They're pretty bright and like happy looking. But for Space Boy, he always described to me that he wants Space Boy to have. Is this looking right on the? Yeah, that he wants Space Boy to have sexy eyes like Tom Cruise. So I was more referencing Tom Cruise's eyes with Space Boy than Dave's. Though he did use a picture of himself as a reference for me too. It was the Kingdom Come album cover, which I thought was very cute. Yeah, and then his eyebrows. His eyebrows aren't really anything special. Like, they're not even that thick, really. They're just just regular old masculine looking eyebrows. And then he just kind of goes on. His face looks kind of long here, but actually it'll all work out. As I've drawn Space Boy more, I've kind of stylized him more, so his face always does naturally come out looking a bit longer. Are you gonna head out too? I'm sorry I missed that. Good night, DJ Cat. I'm sure you probably have already left. Thank you all for joining anyway. And just his eyes, I always draw, because one thing that really influenced my style early on was Sonic the Hedgehog. So I always draw my pupils as like kind of like this oval shape instead of round. I don't know, because round, it just doesn't, to me when I draw pupils round, it doesn't look right. It has to be like this shape, and it doesn't feel right any other way. So yeah, we're kind of going on here. And then his hair, parts in the middle, he has to have, he's got to have a bit of forehead. So his hair starts like here-ish, but usually I'll like start off with his thing in the back. Because this also is kind of like the center of his hair, but not like this really is this whole thing here. But this is also pretty important. And then you see I have that line, so you just go up until that line, and then you go down, so go up and then down once it hits this middle part here, which is why for Space Boy I usually try to make sure that line is all the way up here. And then he's got 3 bangs on either side. Like, not really, it's just like a stylistic choice, but in terms of like being on model and stuff, he has 3 on either side. So 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. And then he has his sideburns. Then his back of his hair goes out a little bit and comes out, so it kind of goes out in this sort of shape. So it's not like that. It's more like this, and it's not round either. It's kind of pointy, like it's kind of jagged. And it goes out and then kind of fluffs out a little bit at the base. Almost kind of like a mullet, but not really. This style took inspiration from several different hairstyles Dave himself has had. So like, obviously right here would be his mullet, and then, here, kind of here is like the 2000s like hairstyle that he had, and then like parting it down the middle is kind of like how it was in the 90s. No. And then like everything else is pretty self-explanatory. I made his neck a bit long, so I'm just going to manually correct it myself. Which sometimes looks fine, other times, kind of have to like readjust more. I kind of draw him simplistic because I could draw a more detailed collar that's like, more like this. But for the fact of like, drawing him frequently and everything, I kind of keep. So that's why I also don't draw like details of buttons on his shirt very much, because I want him to be easy to draw, easy enough for me to draw, and he is very easy for me to draw, and I actually really love drawing him. These are just like choices that I made just to make sure that, Space Boy's outfit takes inspiration from David Bowie's outfit in the film The Man Who Fell to Earth, which is a very interesting film, but one that I did decently enjoy. I would definitely say it's not for everybody, and some people might find it a bit strange, but definitely worth checking out if you're into David Bowie, or if you're curious about what inspired Spaceboy or whatever. But yeah, there's basically how I draw Spaceboy. His hair, when it comes to coloring, which I'm probably not going to get around to because I am getting on the tired side, and since everyone is kind of hopping out, I'm probably going to end the stream soon anyway. But when it does come to coloring him, his hair, because his hair is a gradient and also has the sparkles, so that's where I usually color everything, the flat colors on the same layer. His hair is usually done in 3 separate layers, though there is a way to probably, for Microsoft Paint, I could do that in Microsoft Paint. It just would take a while, And fun fact, there actually is a way to make gradients in Microsoft Paint. That is the one trick I was never able to figure out. It's I've watched tutorials on how to use Microsoft Paint and everything, and that was one way that I got so good at it. But the tutorial that went over the gradients, and I guess when I tried it, it didn't work out, but I don't think I was doing it right. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll teach myself, I don't know. But anyway, that is how I draw Spaceboy. So anyway, I feel like this stream I haven't talked about Dave enough, because that's what this is. This is to celebrate the birthday of Dave Rodgers. To me, I think it's pretty amazing that when I first started doing these streams, when I first started doing the Dave Rodgers Day streams, or these streams in general, I was just a fan of Dave, and I think by the first stream, him and I had exchanged messages maybe I think it was just once. I don't even know if he had replied to me by the time that I streamed. I can't remember, I'd have to check. So, I was a fan, and for a long period of time, he called me a fan and everything, but it was just such a short period of time to just get to know him and everything, and I can just say that, he's not a close friend of mine by any means, but he's still just a really lovely person all around, and definitely worth celebrating. So make sure that if you haven't already, to wish him a late happy birthday. I highly encourage it. If you've drawn art for him, post it in his Facebook group or send it to him. You can message it to him on Facebook or Instagram, or email it to him, or whatever. Just anything. Or if you want to send it to me if you made something for him, so I can show it to him and he might see it a little bit faster, but just Dave Rodgers is a great man, very talented man, has done a lot of amazing things for the world of Eurobeat, and it is very exciting to see what he has in store next for us. Well, thank you all for watching. I apologize if it's a little bit lonely, or if you heard me breathe too much, or or if I had these long, awkward pauses. I'm quite tired. I've been tired all day, even after sleeping. That's just how I've been. And I haven't really had much artistic motivation, so drawing for me has also become pretty difficult. And I hope the tier list was a nice little way to change things up, and I hope to do things like that more often. Anyway, have a good night, or a good day, or a good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.